The village of Chavshi. Population? Now, why would that matter or be of any importance? Our story begins with one strange individual who lives just outside the village. In a hobbit hole only she can call home. Her name is Degi, the resident helper of the village. She goes about day to day, helping the other residents of the village, trying to earn her keep to sustain herself. Because she's broke. She works at the farm, babysits people's children, and helps restore her precious village however she can, in hopes that the people will acknowledge her presence. As per her monthly routine, she must always be stopped by the head guard Dale, who constantly berates her to pay her monthly tax of 5 iron. But, following the norm, he always has to cover for her for more than the allowed period. Going to see her one and only friend, Lila, the temporary village mailwoman. They chat for however long they can before Lila drops terrible news about the increase of the village tax. Hearing this, Degi runs out to find the head guard, but it's all in vain as she doesn't find him. The sun rises once again over Chavshi, and only one thing is on Degi's mind as she seeks advice from her dear friend. They go back and forth on the matter as both of them have no clue how they're going to cope with the rise of taxes. While Lila has an advantage given her line of work, it mainly comes down to what Degi will do. After several minutes of talking and convincing, Lila finally gets Degi to try and work in the mines. Although the pay isn't good, it's 1,000 times better than what she has right now. Arriving at the Chavshi mines, Degi is greeted by a not so pleasant face. Manius Khan, chief miner of Chavshi. You could say that there's some history between these two individuals. Before Degi can get a word out though, she finds Dale also in the mines. Upon investigation, he was there to convince Manius to give Degi work in the mines. Could this have been a setup by Dale and Lila? Manius agrees to hire her on the condition that she has to bring him 5 raw iron before she can be officially hired. With that in mind, Degi runs off to get materials for her tools before heading into the mines. All seems fruitless as she's in the mines for hours and finds not a single cluster of iron. Going deeper and deeper, it dawns on her that this task is too much to handle and might be a trick. At last, she sees what seems to be a cluster of iron, but as she tries to make her way to it, she stumbles upon a strange device, a device that she's never seen before. Turning it on, a passage is open, with what appears to be a scroll, book, and some kind of odd note that says, "I tried my best. I'm sorry, my dear." Her current situation gets her flustered as she runs out of the mines, not paying any attention to the two men outside who seem just as puzzled as her. She reaches her home, looking at what she discovered with utter confusion about what it is she has in her grasp and what the strange message could possibly mean. But only time will tell.